what's going on, people? I hope everybody's doing well. Today this is weather talk. We're gonna talk about what's going on with this Hurricane Helene. It's horrific, you know what I'm saying? Like what happened and the devastation. What is it? 266 people, no, 226 people lost their lives. But I'm pretty sure it could be more than that. That's just what they found at the present moment. And it's like billions of dollars in damage and stuff across a couple of states. But North Carolina, unfortunately, was affected the most. Ashville, North Carolina, it was hit crazy. And I got some of the wreckage. I want you guys to see it and see what you think about it. It's heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Think about you own a house or you own a business. You're a hardworking, about a citizen. You get caught up in this situation. But take a look.
A Chewy pharmacy order is on the way for Summit.
I'm not playing all that. Actually, pharmacy my ass. But my heart goes out to the people, damn, lost their life. It's so devastating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you work hard, you do business, you make money, you do what you got to do as a human being, and you lose everything you got. And unfortunately, these storms are going to be continue to happen because of the warm weather. The warm weather is creating more storms because they're going to have to change the system where they say, what they was going to say before? They were saying that as far as the hurricane goes, it's not going to just be for the month of September in October. It's going to be for November, and they're saying now December. So they're saying anywhere from September to December is going to be hurricane season. It's sad, warmer times is causing these storms, and these storms didn't happen. It don't happen. It don't supposed to happen that often. It's supposed to be every like 100 years, 80 years, and look what is happening right now. We got one after the other. We got another one that's a category 5. But they say it's only gonna go through Tampa. It's just a little piece of it is gonna affect Tampa. It's basically gonna affect Tampa. It's not gonna affect the other parts of Florida. We'll see. The weather people sometimes they can get things wrong, not intentional. It's just that you can't predict everything. The way it looked, the trajectory showing that it's going from the low region on and then coming across Tampa. That's what it looks like right now. But it's sad. And this is another thing I wanted to show you guys about, and it kind of broke my heart when they talk about the people that lost their homes and their businesses and then the flood insurance. A lot of people don't have flood insurance, unfortunately. So that's the part that's really breaking my heart right now. So I just wanted to share it with you guys so you could see what this journalist was talking about. Oh, okay. I made a boo boo. Don't beat me up, guys. I thought I was playing it for you guys, but I wasn't. Here it goes right here.
Areas hardest hit by Helene flooding in NC are the least likely to have flood insurance. In addition to losing their homes and belongings, thousands of residents in Helene-ravaged western North Carolina are facing another hard reality. They may not be covered by their insurance policies. Less than 1% of households in the state's hardest-hit inland counties are protected by the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, according to an N&O analysis of Census Bureau and FIP data. In Buncombe County, home of Ashville, only 0.7% of the county's 137,000 housing units have flood insurance, data shows. By contrast, some 44.3% of Dare County households on the Outer Banks have coverage. The result, many of the million-plus people living in the declared disaster area likely don't have protection for the damage they've suffered. Standard homeowners' policies do not cover flooding, landslides or anything caused by moving water. The lack of flood insurance is a huge problem, State Insurance Commissioner Mike Causey told the N&O. We had flood education classes around the state in 2019. That education effort increased the number of flood policies by 25%, but we're still just scratching the surface. The lack of coverage will make recovery complicated. And the threat isn't going away. Citing climate change, more devastating weather events are coming, State Senator Natasha Marcus, the Democratic nominee for State Insurance Commissioner, said this week. Many will face hurdles due to gaps in their insurance coverage. The NFIP, managed by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, accounts for more than 95% of the nation's flood insurance policies. Some lenders require it for homes in high-risk zones. Outside those areas, it's optional but often wise. Still, many remain unprotected. In North Carolina, less than 3% of households are protected with flood insurance, NFIP data shows. Part of the problem, say experts, is that many homeowners underestimate the risk. Georgina Sanchez, a research associate at NC State's Center for Geospatial Analytics, faults FEMA's existing flood maps that show where people are required to buy flood insurance. She said these maps often fail to account for intense rain events and sea level rise. They're also not quickly updated. FEMA's designation of high-risk flood zones can mislead communities and encourage development that borders the floodplain, resulting in greater damages when flood events exceed design levels, Sanchez said in an NC State News publication. This story was originally published October 5, 2024, 7 a.m.
That's
Thanks for
crazy.
listening. Here is something else you might like.
That's crazy. I'm just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people that don't have flood insurance and stuff like that. This is heartbroken, you know what I'm saying? And you know what make it crazy is that insurance companies are not really quick to give you flood insurance unless you live on a coast. But a lot of places that's getting flooded is inland because, like they just mentioned in the recording, a lot of rain coming down. So areas that normally don't get flood are getting flooded like crazy. Now, when you look at Florida, I don't even want to put Florida on the map. A lot of Florida properties are starting to become devalued because a lot of insurance companies are not even willing to give flood insurance or give any type of natural disaster insurance. Only, I guess, not natural disaster, but flood insurance because it's happening too frequent. Before, every few years, maybe once a year, but now it's happening every week or every other week during hurricane season. Something that normally doesn't happen. So it's scary business right now. It's scary charter waters right now. So it's like it's sad because a lot of these people lost their homes, and our U.S. government, what they was able to do is give $100 million to North Carolina for the situation, and they gave each individual person $750. You know, that's not a lot of money. That's just to give them something so they can get Pampers, food, you know, basic essentials just for the short period of time. And there's other programs that they're gonna apply for, and through FEMA and through the state and local channels that's gonna help them at least get themselves basic room and board until they figure out the next move for the ones that don't have insurance. It's a sad thing, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But I want to show you what's going on with the whole storm. It's progressing right now as far as the new hurricane, Category 5, but it says it's only going to go through Tampa. So we'll see what happens. Let's look at that one. Let's see how. I'm just copying and pasting the address. Let's look at it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me see. No, that's not it. That's not it right there. Okay. Trying to see something. Let me see. No, that's that one. Okay. Copy and paste. Gotta love technology when it don't work the way you want it to. Okay, now we good. They're gonna talk about it right now. We're gonna look at it together, guys. This will be my first time viewing this. It just basically giving me a headline, and I'm gonna take it from there. Alrighty. God damn it. Advertisement. Okay.
As federal officials prepare for Milton to make landfall in Florida as a Category 5 hurricane, they're also working to combat misinformation and conspiracy theories surrounding the last storm, Helene. Rumors about the federal response to that hurricane have been circulating on social media, many of which have also been spread by Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. FEMA's deputy administrator told CBS Mornings this misinformation is seriously hindering rescue and recovery operations. Republican Senator Tom Tillis of North Carolina expressed similar concerns on Face the Nation Sunday.
It is really a shame that individuals, instead of lending a helping hand, would lift up lies and false information. We have set up a rumors page, and it's unfortunate that we even have to do this because it keeps disaster survivors from obtaining the resources that they need when they have fear in their community.
Quite honestly, most of what I've seen out there is a distraction and not helping the core of the effort right here, which is to save lives and start rebuilding.
Here to fact check these claims for us is Rona Tarrant. She's the executive editor for CBS News Confirmed. Rona, good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, let's start with the first one, which is that the former president, Donald Trump, is saying that aid to those hit by the hurricane is being diverted to deal with migrants. What's the truth of that one?
So Trump has made several versions of this claim over the past week that this funding is being diverted to help migrants. Now, this is not true. So FEMA gets money approved by Congress for very specific functions. One of those is disaster relief. Another is one much smaller program that provides grants to organizations that shelter migrants. Now, FEMA has said none of that funding that was provided for disaster relief has been diverted for migrants. But that is not true. As you said, this actually has happened in the past, but that was in 2019 during the Trump administration.